Hey y'all, Mike with Cardboard Kingdom. Welcome back to another Disney Lorcana video. Today we have an exciting video. We're going to open one box of the first chapter and one box of Rise of the Floodborne in Japanese. Very, very excited to do these. I have opened a few packs of a different box. Obviously, these are both sealed. And I will say that I'm quite frustrated with how good the quality of the cards is. I mean, just like if you're familiar with any other TCG in Japanese, the card quality typically reigns supreme, and that is no different here with Disney Lorcana. The foils are very clean. The actual structure and stability of the cards is very thick, so they are very good quality. I will say that. I have enjoyed the cards more than I thought I would so far. So we're gonna open these up. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these because, and don't worry, I'm not gonna cut the cards. I know whenever I watch people on camera do it, I always get a little bit scared, but I've done this many times, not with Lorcana, but not going to damage any cards in the making of this video. The Japanese booster packs are a little bit harder to open just by hand than like an English pack, right? Like I never cut English packs, but the Japanese packs, like the cards are all down at the bottom and you've got, so much room at the top. It just makes sense to cut them there. So we're going to get all of these open. We'll do Rise of the Floodborne first. I think it makes sense to save the first chapter for a second. And then we'll get going here. So we'll do a couple at a time. I don't want to take too long, but I also want to enjoy it, right? So it's like a mixture of I don't want you guys to get bored, but at the same time, I don't really want to fly through them. I want to enjoy them. It's always, the constant battle. That's why I didn't open product on this channel for a very long time because I do a lot of my openings with my family, right? I've talked about that a lot, but then also, I just really, my card's stuck in that one. I just really, we'll set that to the side. That one was stuck in the pack. Maybe it's something good. I just really enjoy the art and the opening experience. And when I do it on camera, once again, it's just that balance of, do I want to, make sure you guys don't get bored? Do I want to, enjoy the art and talk through it? It's just the fine line of all of that. So we'll get all of these out, and I guess we'll just kind of do a stack, and just kind of go down the stack then, I guess, at least for Rise of the Floodborne. Maybe we'll see how this goes, and maybe we'll mix it up for the first chapter. But once again, I mean, we're already, 2.5 minutes in. We haven't even seen any cards yet, so probably not the best idea, but you guys give me your feedback in the comments. How do you prefer to, how would you prefer to see these be opened? Once again, the constant mix of taking too long or going too fast, right? Got to find the right balance. All right, 2 more packs here, and then we will be going. Would love an Enchanted. I do not have any Japanese Enchanteds at the moment, so that would be very cool. Not expecting we'll do the card that was stuck in the pack last. Maybe that'll be a good sign. But so this is every card from that booster box. These packs are a lot smaller. I believe there is five cards in a pack. One will be a rare or higher, and then one will be the cold foil slot. So we'll just kind of start with the top and go down here. Let me move the first chapter box. Got Tiana. First rare is Lumiere. First cold foil is... What is that one called? I can't think of it. I know it's not Sword of Truth. That's what came to mind, but I know it's not that. All right, next up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 3 commons, an uncommon, into the rare, which this could be a rare, a super rare, a legendary, etc. And then we have the cold foil slot. So it looks like you get 6 cards in total. So we should have 3 commons here. 1, 2, 2 uncommons. Okay, so it can be a mix of commons and uncommons into the rare. What is this? Greatest Criminal Mind. And then the crab, foil crab. So I'll share the foils here really quick. Do a close-up on this one. So, like I said, the foils, overall, the card quality is very good. They feel very thick. It's not really any whitening issues that I've seen. Very clean cards in total. You can see it there. Very crisp. Edges, very well centered. And the foil looks very good. I've never been the biggest fan of cold foils. I feel like they are just so massively trumped by the Enchanteds that cold foils I personally don't really care too much about. I will say the Japanese ones, I would say maybe like a 5% more shiny, possibly. A little bit more shiny of a product than the English version, but not like that significantly different as it relates to the amount of shininess, I guess. Cold foil Queen. Used to love that shift line. Hey, Queen back to back. Played it all the time. Felicia. Rare Hiram. What's this? Like $50? For sale, $50. You get a cold foil. I don't remember what that card's name is. It's so funny because, well, I haven't opened Floodborne recently, and so some of Lee's, hey, from Rye, I like that guy. I haven't opened Floodborne for so long, so some of the names of Lee's escape me. Like I know them, but I cold foil Robin Hood there, but I just haven't opened Floodborne for so long that they escape me. Popsicle, what's that? $50? $50 with the Hiram. I'll do a combo, 2 for 75. The Queen. So we got both Queens so far. Cold foil and super rare. Cold foil, hey. Benja. Another Robin Hood. Hey, first legendary. Belle. Very cool. Hidden Archer. I've never played against her yet. I know she was going up in price quite a bit, but I have evaded her thus far. What's that? I'll go the distance. Weight set. Into the... Is that Gaston? Can't remember. Alright, keep it going. Another Benja. Jasmine. Hey, another legendary. Sisu. Very cool. So 2 legendaries. Chip. Jafar. Tiana. Oh, okay. Then we pick up our other stack. I split it in 2 so it wasn't too close to the camera. Oh, that's our rare. And then the cold foil, what is that? Is that the Sword of Truth? No, I feel like that's a chapter 1 card. I can't remember. Lady Tremaine, Gaston. The Beast. Ooh, I love a sad Beast, man. I completely forgot about that card. Cold foil Jasmine. Would absolutely love a sad Beast, tragic hero in Japanese. Pick a fight. Merlin. Cold foil Broom. Keep it going. Fairy Godmother. Beast. Jafar. Grand Pabby. Nick Wilde. Perfect Gentleman. Madam M. Snake. That's a cool one. Oh no. Prince John. Emerald Steel. The bane of my existence as a amateur Lorcana player. Queen of Hearts. Sensing Weakness. Noi. Cold foil. What is that? Prince. Is that a... I can't remember what that one is. And then our card that was stuck in the pack is this Fidget. I can't remember, but nothing of note that was stuck in the pack. So that's where we're at for Floodborne, guys. So we got, I would say overall, a pretty good box. We got multiple super rares, got multiple legendaries, got some good rares, got some Hiram, some popsicles. Nothing to write home about in the cold foil spot, I will say, that I can remember here. Let's get these all picked up and go through them one more time here, and then we'll get into the first chapter. So cold foils for the Rise of the Floodborne box. Was this like Sword and Stone or something? I don't know. Can't remember. Nick Wilde. Jasmine. Magic Broom. Minnie. Another one of the first one. Does that ring the bell? Gaston. Robin Hood. The Queen. And the Crab. Cinderella, Knight in Training. Okay. That is where we're at for Floodborne. Oh, there is a hey in there as well. Looks like I stacked some of those up. But really, I think the main two in terms of the big hits would be the 2 legendaries. Obviously, at this point, Hiram is probably as much as as any of those. But that's the Sapphire world that we are living in. But once again, I think in terms of just my experience with the cards, they are very good quality, frustratingly good, and I don't really have a problem with the English, card quality, the way they feel, etc. I really have no, man. First chapter just hits different. That Brave Little Tailor pack art, no matter what language it's in, just hits completely different, man. But yeah, I don't really have any complaints about the English. Obviously, the quality can be pretty bad on some of the sets in terms of just like from a grading perspective. But by and large, the quality I think is fine in English. It just is superior in Japanese. So one of the many things that Japan does well, card printing quality is high on the list. So nothing different from the Pokemon side, it would seem. Hopefully you guys aren't having too big of a panic attack while I cut these packs. I know I sometimes can when I am watching videos, so I do not blame you if you do. But I am a trained professional. Do not try this at home. I promise, no Lorcana cards are going to be injured in the making of this video. Let's get our... I guess we'll run the same play here in terms of getting our stacks of cards out. So we'll do that first. Try not to do too many spoilers here. Flip them upside down and get them out. I think that'll be the best way. First chapter, obviously, you know, once again, would love an Enchanted. Also, just excited to open the first chapter, right? Like, it's weird because, you know, this set is only in English, obviously, or in Japanese, it's only a couple months old. In English, it's, you know, only a year and a half old, but it's just escalated in price so quickly that it's like, I've already just become like nostalgic for when I can open it because I know there's a finite amount of first chapter, right, that I'm ever going to open again. And you know, we're at the point where first chapter is already over $400 a box. Sleeve boosters are getting close to $20 a pack. You know, the prices, it's just truly has become a collectible already and is appreciating dramatically. And so then you'll constantly have to weigh the, you know, should I open this? Is it worth it? And unfortunately, as the higher and higher the price goes, the less, you know, the less you want to open it a lot of times, just because there's so much value in those packs. So I love the fact that the Japanese variant you can get quite a bit cheaper and still have a chance to open them as well, combined with the fact that they are tournament legal. I absolutely love that aspect of it. I think that's a great decision by Ravensburger. One of the many that they have made. There's our full stack of Japanese, the first chapter. We'll do a little split here. Put that little stitch off to the side. Let's go. Starting off with a Yzma. Scimitar. Simba. They have Forgotten Me. Super Rare Mickey. Artful Rogue. Wait, is that the Artful Rogue? I can't remember. I feel like it is, but then I feel like... Yeah, it is. It is. And then One Jump Ahead, Cold Foil. Awesome card. Absolutely love that. T-Po sings that on it. You don't want nothing to do with it. Friends on the Other Side. I have noticed that some... So you'll see that, like, if it's a song, it'll have the name in English on it. So, like, One Jump Ahead, Friends on the Other Side. That's something that I noticed that is unique. The cards themselves, the glimmers or the characters will not... but the songs will. Now that's an action, so I don't think that would count. So I think it is just it's not all actions, right? It's specifically the songs. We'll continue to monitor that as we go. Duke of Wesselton, Aladdin, Kristoff, Elsa, Mother Knows Best, another song. There you go. The Queen. Goofy, Jasmine, Aurora. Hey, that's a cool one. Love getting, you know, it's just like the iconic cards, right? Like Whole New World is, it's just an iconic song, right, in general. But then in Lorcana, this card it's been around from the start. You could play it in a deck today and you do well. Very, very cool. Awesome pool. Then we get an Elsa. I'm excited to open some of this with my daughter. She's going to get a kick out of, you know, just doing it in another language, and I'm excited to do that with her. Gaston. The Broom. Golden Magic Flower. Captain Hook. You Have Forgotten Me. Part of Your World. Into the Cold Foil Common Aladdin. Genie. Minnie. Sergeant Tibbs. Olaf. Simba. Or wait, is that? Yeah, that is Simba. Return King. Little drab little crab. His little piece of gold that he found there really pops on this one. It stands out like super, I don't know what the, like saturated, I guess maybe. in person. It looks really cool. And I've noticed like the strength and willpower symbols on the Japanese, they feel like they're a little bit more cold foil as well, I will say. Looks like we got lucky there. We stopped right at the end of a stack of packs. That's nice. Steamboat Pilot. Hey, I wonder if Hey's fixed here. Is it errata, or, you know, did they... surely they fixed it, obviously, but let it go. Into the cold foil Captain Hook. Sudden Chill. Kuna Matata. Abu. Tigger. Hey! Carefree Surfer. Stitch. What an art. What an art. Absolutely. I forgot we saw a cold foil to come behind it. Love this card. One of my favorite Enchanteds of all time. So many of the Enchanteds are so good, right? It's hard to just like have like a favorite or narrow it down, but that one definitely is a amazing piece of artwork. Another in our legendary Taka. So far we've had, assuming we don't get another legendary, we've had 2 legendaries in each box, which is pretty nice, right? Because these boxes are significantly cheaper than the English variant. Now, with that being said, obviously you're usually getting like closer to 5 with the English boxes, so not too, I guess, probably pretty similar in terms of like percentages per pack. Cold foil break. The Goons. Befuddle. Maurice. Mickey, True Friend. Those promos have been quite elusive. I've not been able to track any down at a reasonable price yet. Tinker. Moana. What's that? Prince Hans? Schemer? Something like that. Timon. Alright, last pack. Last pack magic. Here we go, guys. Pretty long opening here. We're at 16 minutes. Not too bad for 2 booster boxes. Elsa. The Mirror. Coconut Basket. We get a rare. Captain Hook into the... Can we get an Enchanted? Oh! Dude, what? No way! Oh my god, I cannot... Dude, if you have not watched these videos on my channel, I swear, every time I open a freaking pack on camera, I get an Enchanted. Like, I can't make this up. Oh my god, the last pack too. You guys are going to think this is staged, and I can't even fault you for it. Like, dude, Alright, here we go. Woo! Let's see here. Man, I would like... So, I play a lot of Tinkerbells, and I sold all of my Enchanted Tinkerbells. I graded them and sold them. I need a raw Tinkerbell for the deck. But we'll take what we can get. Belle. Strange but special. Wow. Dude. I don't care what language Enchanteds are. They hit no matter what. In terms of like initial feedback on the design, it's pretty similar. I will say her, like, the foiling is different though. Her clothing, like her dress above the swirl, doesn't pop. It's like it's got no foil on it almost, and then the foil just kind of comes across the side. You can see there, and then like the swirls here around the what is that, like the pillar in the library. Her dress itself doesn't really have like any foiling on it, so I will say maybe a little bit less kind of exaggerated in terms of overall art style. I want to see here. I want to see if I have a first chapter Enchanted handy here to compare really quick. There we go. We'll do a little Wayward Sorcerer comparison. I do have a Belle somewhere. We'll look through the rest of the stack and see if I can see a Belle. I kind of jumped the gun on getting that Mickey out. Let me see if I can find a Belle here really quick. It's going to be in my binder, but it's not. Actually, wait. One sec, guys. Please hold. If I feel like editing, I'll edit this part out. But all right, here we go. Got my Belle right here. Okay, let's take this Belle out of the sleeve so we can do kind of a direct comparison here. Careful. All right, so here's the English variant. So actually, not really that much different after initial release. I do think that the English like pops more, like the overall aesthetic pops more. She's got like a little bit of shininess in her dress, but that more or less looks like the kind of like the color of the dress coming off, and then it's the enchanted foil under it. Her dress itself is not as shiny as what I had remembered or what I had pictured. I will say her dress in the English version, at least on this particular copy, is a little bit more mild, a little bit more like whitened. On the Japanese variant, which might be because it's packed fresh, and this one's 18 months old. This one, the yellow color of the dress pops more, but it is just like a little bit less shiny due to some of that bleed through of the enchanted foil on the English copy. But overall, I think it still looks gorgeous, right? I'm definitely over-analyzing this, but this is what I do when I'm not on camera. So the English version definitely looks a little bit better, definitely pops a little bit more. But in comparison, just side by side, not much of a difference whatsoever. I see lighting hit a little bit different there, making the Japanese pop a little bit more. But by and large, both amazing copies. Cannot believe we pulled one. I mean, I cannot believe it. Wow. Look, guys, if you're open to Lorcana, you got to start a YouTube channel. That is like the key to success. My pull rate, I would say like, I would say I'm probably pretty close in general, just like to the average of the 1 in 96. Just in my total Lorcana career of opening booster packs. When I do it on camera, it's probably a lot closer to like 1 in 50. Like it's pretty disgusting how elevated it is when I open on camera, which is just hilarious. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you made it this long, that enchanted pull on the end definitely increased the time of this video, but hopefully it was worth it. I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you very much for all the likes, the comments, subscribes. The channel has just continued to grow at a very fast pace, in my opinion. I know the collector base of Lorcana is small, but I think it gives us a very tight-knit community. If you are into collecting Lorcana and you want to share some of your pulls, share some of your packs, discuss the art, discuss the prices, etc., feel free to join the Discord. We've got a very, very awesome community in there that talks about all of those things and some. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll be back with another video soon. Goodbye.